Another edition of Sportswrap Overtime here in the Wavy Digital Studio. Welcome in Craig Loper, Brian Parsons, Jeff Snyder here with you today for the next almost hour or so. We got a good Sportswrap OT special today. We do these twice a month, these specials, kind of different topics of conversation. And this one's a good one. We're calling it Era of Excellence. It is from 2008 to 2012, a look in a window of time in Hampton Road sports, really from all levels. Prep. We got Olympians in here.
We've got Olympians.
Yeah, major championships.
Major League Baseball players.
We got players in NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball making plays. All about
hockey championships, professional football championships.
Yeah,
how about that?
Teaser. So this 4-year window, Brian came up with and said, you know what? One day we're in the office. 5-year window, came to me in the office and said, I think that was the best, basically 5-year stretch. Golden era is kind of what you called it.
I don't think it could be matched.
And when we say that, it's not one particular thing. It's not one particular athlete. It is in totality, right?
Yes.
Sports from a prep level up to, like I said, the Olympics. We got a lot of things to get to.
The years are 2008 to 2012.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's just an amazing era in Hampton Road sports. And we're going to go through these years over the next course of the next 50 minutes or so.
Yeah.
2008. Okay. First of all, the Old Dominion women's basketball team.
Yeah. This was kind of the last year when they were.
That was the last year they went to the NCAA tournament.
Got it.
They were 31-5.
31-5 overall. Getting into March Madness.
They went to the Sweet 16.
Yep.
They were ranked as high as 10th in the nation.
Mm-hmm.
They were 17-1 in the CAA.
Yep.
And they haven't been to the NCAA tournament since.
At what point? How many CAA championships in a row was that?
God,
It'd probably be like 17. You could find it, Jeff.
I'll look at it.
It might have been broken up in between that.
Oh, really?
Or maybe not.
I looked it up.
How many consecutive CAA championships for ODU women's basketball?
Wikipedia. It has them all listed.
Oh yeah. I know where to go.
So that was the last NCAA tournament. They had a lot of local players. They had a great moment when one of the local players hit a game-winning three-pointer at the Ted Constant Center. That was on ESPN to advance to the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
So that's just one thing. And then also in 2008 we had an Olympian. We had a gold medal Olympian.
Yeah.
LaShawn Merritt.
Yep.
Was the one gold in the 400 meter.
400 meter.
Right.
Yeah. Also,
we should have some video of LaShawn here. There he is in studio with his gold medals.
I think he probably won the gold 4x4 as well.
He did.
Yeah.
When he came into the studio to do this interview with me and Bruce, he had forgotten his gold medal, and he said, "Oh man, I forgot my medals." He goes, "I'll be right back. I'm gonna go home. I'll be right back."
Yeah,
and he did. He came back with the gold medals.
Portsmouth proud, Portsmouth native.
So we had that. That was an amazing Olympic. Where was that? That was
Beijing.
Beijing. Okay.
Yeah, that was Beijing. That's Jeremy Warner.
Yeah.
That was kind of the rivalry back then.
I will say that was probably the best Olympics of all time, in my opinion.
Think so?
That I've seen. I thought this year was great, or this past year was great, but that, like with the Michael Phelps thing, and LaShawn
the storylines were abound. Phelps was the marquee.
Sure.
Phelps was crazy.
I remember there was the ratings we were getting for those Olympics on the 11 o'clock news were like 25 and 30 ratings.
Okay, explain that for someone who
it's a big number.
Yes,
that's a huge number.
That's crazy.
And so the ratings were through the roof, and we used to have an Employee of the Month board where people could write in name nominations for the Employee of the Month. Yeah. And somebody put Michael Phelps as the Employee of the Month.
Not only were the ratings that good, it was a 12-hour time difference, and they weren't showing these events live.
Look at LaShawn in high school.
In the blue.
From the right. He's not the guy on the right.
Yeah. I met LaShawn. I've been a big track and field fan for years now. LaShawn at his prime obviously is great. He's doing a lot of camps now, coaching kids up. Super humble guy, very fun, soft spoken, and obviously proud to be from Portsmouth. Does a lot of good work in the community. And was it we went to Woodrow
Wilson, and then ECU, and then he went pro.
Yeah, exactly. So only 1 year at ECU.
High school football. It was a big year for high school football in 2008.
Yep.
And what's the next video we have, Jeff, on the high school football? Is that going to be the Oscar Smith 2008?
Actually, Phoebus.
Okay, Phoebus, the most underrated team in Hampton Road sports football history, in my opinion.
History, yeah.
Phoebus won the state title, their first of 4 consecutive state titles. Look at that quarterback. You may remember him. It's Taj Boyd, who went on to have a very successful career at Clemson.
Yep.
Daquan Romero was on that team. A running back by the name of Sean Austin, who went to West Virginia.
Nice ball.
He was a part of that whole NCAA Austin case.
Yeah.
That was him.
Yeah.
And
so this Phoebus team.
Okay, listen to this.
Yeah, let's run through some of the numbers.
Undefeated. They outscored their opponent 720 to 53. And they were
13, 14 games.
There's the late great Bill D.
Yep.
They were ranked third in the country. They ended up being ranked third in the country, and that was a AAA Division 5.
Yeah.
So that would essentially be what the Class 5 state championship is today.
Correct.
And now Phoebus has been competing at lower levels.
Yeah. When you see this video, Brian, I mean, what kind of comes to mind? This was the beginning of it, so you didn't really know how. You knew they were great, but you didn't know they were going to go on a 4-year run.
4 in a row and just undefeated stretch. And we miss Bill D. He's passed away since then. And just a legendary career. He went on to coach at CNU and Old Dominion, and then he took over at Oscar Smith. But look at the Taj Boyd, just great highlights, packed houses at Darling Stadium. They were just an amazing team, and they went on to do this for the next 4 years.
Is this the most consecutive wins in VHSL football history? This stretch,
I think
probably plus 50,
I think
over 50.
4 is the record. I don't think anybody's won 5.
No. I meant for the winning streak though. Didn't they have a crazy winning streak in here?
Yeah, they have one right now.
Well, no, they have one right now. But the comparison for this current group of Phoebus, guys, is I think compared to these guys.
Yeah.
So I'd have to look up, the winning streak, Phoebus winning streak. Jeff, you want to try that one?
And then in AAA Division 6. Oscar Smith, which is coming up here, that they won. They beat Osborne for the Class 6 state championship, and that's Philip Sims. At quarterback.
Wow.
That was a great
Alabama.
With Alabama, ended up at UVA. Was the head coach at Princess Anne High School.
For a couple of years.
And this Oscar Smith team just kind of got the ball rolling for them. This was the first ever state championship for Oscar Smith.
Yes,
Richard Morgan was the head coach.
I've seen the state championship logo signage at the stadium.
That is Perry Jones. He was the state player of the year. His nickname was Superman, and he ended up going to UVA. Little guy, little tough guy.
Yeah.
There he is again. No, that's not Perry. That's somebody.
Right. So
look at that crowd.
Phoebus on the peninsula, Oscar Smith on the south side. And like you said, for example, when I got here, January 2021, you think the way that Oscar Smith was rolling, they'd been a powerhouse for 30 plus years, but really this was the team that kind of got it
correct
in terms of this new generation.
The ball was rolling a couple of years before that. And when he had Greg Boone as quarterback, who went on to Virginia Tech as a tight end. And speaking of college football in 2008, we're still in 2008 here. Hampton's Tyrod Taylor led Virginia Tech to a 10-4 record, an ACC championship, and a win in the Orange Bowl.
Wow.
Look at him right here.
What year was that? I think his last year, they won at Hampton in high school. They won the 05 state championship.
Was that 05?
That was his junior year. 06 was his senior year. I think they lost.
He played 2 more years. I think 10 was his last year.
Yeah. So I'm saying
in 10 he was ACC Player of the Year.
So I'm saying in 07 he's redshirted at Tech. So this would be his redshirt freshman year in 08.
I guess. Did he redshirt? Because the whole Sean Glennon thing, that whole
I'm not sure actually.
Everything that whole thing, and also in the 2008 season, Percy Harvin led Florida to the a national championship season.
Yep. Percy Harvin was the electric playmaker, do-it-all guy for them on the incredibly. Ask anybody on that Florida team back then, they'll tell you Percy was the top player, the most talented player on that team.
More standout performances. B.J. Upton from Chesapeake helped lead the Tampa Bay Rays to their first World Series appearance.
Okay, wow,
and he was a beast on the base pads.
Very fast.
Ran like a deer.
Fast.
Yeah, he had a great little run there. Basketball, high school basketball wise, the only state champion in AAA. There was 3 state champions back then.
Right.
So it was 6 if you count boys and girls. The Heritage girls won the state basketball championship.
Okay. Shout out to the Hurricanes.
Group AAA.
Yeah.
Sorry. So now we're going to switch to
get to 2009.
2009, a great year.
We're going to go through this sequentially, obviously.
One of the big things of 2009, Fish came back after a 5-year hiatus, and their first 3 shows were at the Hampton Coliseum.
Not sure how that connects to the sports, but all right,
They played shows at a sports venue.
Got it.
The Hampton Coliseum.
Totally counts.
3 fantastic shows. I won the lottery and got tickets to all 3. It was fantastic. Okay, so 2009. To lead off 2009, Mike Tomlin from the Peninsula was the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and all they did was win the Super Bowl.
Right, January 2009, right?
But I believe he's the youngest coach to win a Super Bowl at that point,
okay.
right?
Yeah. So that was his second year. Yeah, 07 was his first year as head coach. 08 they won it.
Yep.
Yeah. Big Ben's second Super Bowl.
second and final.
Second and final.
On the high school football front, Phoebus, another undefeated season and another state championship.
There'll be a theme for this.
I have the 52 games. Started with a win over Maury on 2008.
Okay.
Ended in 2011 with a loss to Woodside.
Okay, all right. So 52.
Woodside.
52, and the current group is around. Look up the current group.
It's right there.
around 48, 49.
The current group is at 49.
Wow, that's the storyline to look
And they
out for
are
next year.
I believe they are.
Yeah, 4 in a row. They've won 4 in a
They
row.
are the third. That's the third longest winning streak in the country.
Okay, all right. Yep, I saw that recently.
In basketball, in high school basketball that year, again, in this time period, currently there are 6 state champions.
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Well, back then it was A, AA, AAA. That's it.
Yeah.
So you really earned a state championship. And
Playoff
in
run.
boys
Crazy.
basketball in AAA, Kings Fork won out of
okay.
Suffolk.
Didn't see that one coming.
Take a guess who won in AAA girls.
Oh man, AAA girls. Oh man, Princess Anne.
Oh, they did.
Dang.
They
No
did.
way.
Darnell Dozier.
Can't believe it.
Wait, was that his first one?
I don't know if that was the first or
2009?
not. I think he won a few before that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
2009.
What's the next video, Jeff?
The next video is ODU football 2009.
2009, the first year for Old
First
Dominion
year.
football.
Wow, this is a good run. Even you have something as big as that.
Talk about it, the anticipation. That's Dr. Jim Jarrett,
Yeah.
the athletic director at the time, who was very instrumental. This is the first game
Wow.
in bringing football back to Old Dominion. An electric atmosphere.
Yeah.
The first time running on the field, 20,000 people, Foreman Field. They took on Chowan. Here's the first play in Old Dominion football history, the
was
return.
were you up top for this game, or are you
No,
down low?
that's me on the ground.
That's you on the ground. Okay,
Rec was
got
up
it.
top.
Got it.
And here is a kickoff return. I
Nice
told
kick
this to
return.
Craig last night. He's like, no way.
Yeah,
I was like,
I thought he
nah.
was going to take it back.
No, he
that
didn't.
place would have went nuts. Registered an earthquake. He was fired up.
And here comes the first touchdown. That's Thomas DeMarco, the quarterback, with the bomb.
Oh,
Look at
nice
that.
ball, nice
Beautiful ball. Good
Right there.
separation.
Yeah.
And touchdown. Old Dominion won that game. And it just set off this whole chain reaction of a team that was the most successful startup in
Yeah.
college football history at the time. There's Bobby Wilder, who helped resurrect the program.
Yeah.
For 2 years, he was coached a team without a team. Now, Craig noticed something here. Look at number 70.
Yeah.
Who is that, Craig?
That's Brandon Carr. Look at this. So I noticed it right away. Brian has shown me this video last night in the office. I said, "Is that Brandon Carr?" He's currently the head coach at Indian River High School in Chesapeake. They're rolling. The past few years they've been great, and I recognized him right away. So
There he is.
His Old Dominion days, a young gun as a young gun as a Monarch, obviously giving Bobby Wilder the Gatorade bath.
So Old Dominion getting all the attention. You know, they bring back football. It's a big deal. Well, meanwhile, William and Mary football this year, and there you see them. Coach Jimmy Laycock's squad, that Jonathan Grimes right there, the running back who had a career with the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
Just an amazing
Really?
running back.
That's him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember Grimes.
And there's Coach Laycock. He was a tough running back.
Yeah.
Okay, so Old Dominion gets all this attention for the startup program. They're not even really in a conference yet. William and Mary was 11-3, ranked 4th in the country, and lost to Villanova in the
national
FCS national semifinals.
One game away from the national title.
So Jimmy Laycock, he look at this. This is William Mary against JMU. Jimmy Laycock was a little irritated about that.
Yeah, right.
And he made it pretty clear that he wasn't very happy that Old Dominion, the new kids on the block, were getting all this attention.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this guy who's been grinding it out for decades has his team knocking on the door of a national championship.
Yeah.
And not like they weren't getting the attention, but Old Dominion was getting more attention.
Yeah. As a coach, right? That'd probably be an interesting spot to be in. You're like, oh, it's cool, good for them. You don't really care, but in terms of the media coverage and the conversation around the 757, I think he has a right to be a little put off, but
Norfolk State's head coach Pete Adrian would kind of tongue in cheek if we'd go by his office to interview him, and he would say, did you guys just come back from Old Dominion too?
Right,
it's like,
right.
yeah, we did, but we're here now.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. It's one of them things, man. Things change, new teams pop up, and that was a historic, moment for Old Dominion. So.
And they had a sellout streak of many years of where you couldn't get a ticket. And I thought it was almost to their disadvantage that it was almost like with Old Dominion that there was this exclusive club that you couldn't access.
Yeah.
That was kind of the perception among the people. It's like, why am I even going to try to get tickets when you're telling me they're all sold out?
Yeah. Laycock, man, was he there 35 years?
39.
39, jeez.
30, not 40, 39.
Yeah, right.
And Greg, you were with you emceed the Virginia Sports Hall of Fame when Laycock got inducted. And I'm in my opinion, I thought he had
he was great.
He was hilarious.
He was hilarious. Yeah, really just funny speech, sort of just like, I don't know, conversational, but funny and also, meaningful and cracking jokes and all that type of stuff. Very cool to see his personality.
I mean, he
shine.
coached Mike Tomlin. He coached Sean McDermott. He coached these guys.
I mean, William and Mary, always the second oldest university in the country. They've been playing football a really long time. Jimmy was there for 39 of those years, ups and downs, building the program up, riding high, then some down years, but for just keeping going. And now that program, I mean, William and Mary is a brand. In FCS football, it's a brand.
When I think
as
of
a
Jimmy,
school, as a university, it's a brand.
Yes. And when I think of Jimmy Laycock and William Mary football, I think of playoffs. I think of success. I think of NFL players.
Yeah.
I think of them beating UVA at UVA. I think of the in 2004 when they were in the national semifinals against James Madison. The year the JMU won the national championship. They had a night game. Well, they didn't have lights at Zabel Stadium.
Wow.
So and ESPN wanted to have the game under the lights. So they brought in these temporary lights, and the atmosphere at Zabel Stadium, off the charts, unparalleled. It had never been seen.
ESPN2 game?
Yeah.
Nice.
And so they, William and Mary ended up buying lights permanently to put in there because it was just such an amazing atmosphere. And now they have night games.
Up until 2004, they didn't have night games.
No.
That's crazy.
Was that just a tradition thing, or was it just they didn't want to pay for it?
They didn't have lights.
I guess it's just a tradition thing.
Yeah. So what would be the latest, now that I think about it, what would be the latest you could kick off for, I guess early in the season, you could kick off at like 4 and be all right.
Yeah.
But later, once you hit like November, you're kicking off at noon every day.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Really interesting. Well, shout out to Jimmy Laycock and William and Mary. Great run right there.
Norfolk State was 7-4 that year. Pete Adrian kind of getting them in the right direction. ODU basketball won the CIT championship. So Blaine Taylor had them kind of trending in the right direction.
This is 2009 still.
This is 2009. So now things are really going to start to get interesting here. Things are the sheet's starting to fill up here. 2010.
Yeah, let's rattle it
All right.
Guess who won the AAA Division V football state championship? That would be Phoebus.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I was
Phoebus once again.
What division? Yeah.
In AA Division III, Pocosin won.
Okay.
It's also started a run for Norcom boys basketball.
Correct. Yep.
Leon Goolsby, still the head coach. And again, back then,
3 state
Norcom
titles.
was AAA.
Yeah, AAA.
Playing against those Northern Virginia schools, playing against the big dogs.
Yeah.
And they won 55-54 over Petersburg. Dorian Finney-Smith was on that squad.
Yeah, he turned out to be all right.
And at one point, Norcom had won 4 state championships in a row.
Basketball?
Yes.
Really?
And I think Goolsby has 6 total.
Oh, wow. See, I thought they only went back to back in 2010 and 2011.
No, at one point they won 4 in a row.
Okay, all right, got it.
Because that's what Stephen Welsh from Woodside was like. I want the record that Norcom has.
Yeah, that's right.
But they lost this past year. Girls AAA. How about this? Lake Taylor defeated Princess Anne.
Wow. 2 local teams going for it in the AAA state championship.
Sandra Sawyer
They're playing in
had
Richmond
her
still
team.
back then? They're playing in Richmond?
Yep.
Okay, all right,
Yep.
got it.
Yep. Basketball was okay.
Man.
So William and Mary football, back to them. They lost in the first round of the FCS playoffs to the triple option of Georgia Southern.
Oh, yeah. And some powerhouse teams.
ODU basketball. Okay. This is kind of when things are starting to kind of ramp up for Old Dominion men's basketball and William and Mary men's basketball. What's the next video, Jeff?
It is William and Mary men's basketball.
Okay. Tony Shaver.
Yeah.
What an amazing thing he had done with this squad. William and Mary basketball, not much of a tradition whatsoever. And he comes in from Hampton, Sydney, a Division III school, Tony Shaver, and he brings the crowds back. There he is with the mustache. And this season they went 20. There's David Schneider. There's Coach Shaver. They went 22-11. They went to the CAA championship game, which we'll get to in a second.
Yeah.
And how about this? For the first time in like 30, 40 years, they got a bid to the NIT.
Oh, wow.
Like, that's really unheard of. You may say, oh, NIT.
No, right.
It's
Context matters.
William and Mary went to the NIT.
Yeah. After
and you know who they played? The University of North Carolina.
Whoa. Wow.
Guess where Tony Shaver played college?
He played Carolina?
In North Carolina.
Oh, wow. What a story.
He was a bench warmer.
What a story.
And guess where the game was? Not at the Dean Dome, because they were renovating the Dean Dome. It was at Carmichael Auditorium.
Oh.
Which was the old venue that they used to play at.
Whoa.
Which was the place that Tony Shaver was at when Carolina was there. So
unbelievable.
That's an amazing thing. I know Chris Reckley went down there to cover that game.
Yeah.
And
what a year.
The big bummer about that, though, is when we went down there, since ESPN was broadcasting the game, we weren't allowed to shoot the game.
Can't shoot it, yeah.
So Rec just got a front row seat to chill out and watch it.
Wow, yeah, it's very interesting. Like you said, no really history. Hadn't made the NIT in 30, 40 years. Yeah. And now, what year was that for Coach Shaver? What year?
How long had
he been around at that point?
Probably six years or so.
Yeah. That's a respectable rebuild.
And this started off a record of consistency for Shaver, where they went to four CAA championships.
Wow.
And let's just reiterate that William & Mary is one of 4 original NCAA charter institutions that have never made the NCAA men's basketball tournament.
Correct.
So
the women's team made it for the first time. William & Mary basketball women made it last year for the first time.
And that was an incredible run.
Yes.
That was an incredible run.
Yeah, played Texas.
So this was Tony Shaver kind of getting them back on the track there, and just the players that he recruited. You see the crowds are starting to get bigger there, but they ran into a buzzsaw. William & Mary did that year in the CAA championship. But the fact they made the CAA championship, and this is at the Richmond Coliseum, Old Dominion, Blaine Taylor. Now this is when he really started to. This is the second NCAA tournament appearance. Or third, actually. Excuse me, third. OD was 27-9, 15-3 in the CAA. How about this? 11 seed in the tournament.
Wow.
And they beat Notre Dame in the first round.
Wow.
So,
wow.
So we've got an NCAA tournament win. There's
2010. We're still in 2010.
Yeah, there he is, Blaine walking down the aisle.
Was this the for basketball? Was this a 10-11 season or 09-10?
09-10.
This is 09-10.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
OD Stash is going dancing
Beat
there.
Notre Dame.
And there's William. This
Here's
is
some of the game.
William & Mary. This is the championship game. Great atmosphere there at Richmond.
Is this you
Coliseum.
on the ground?
Yep.
Unbelievable. That's very cool. Just in the CAA to be. I mean,
this Darius James went to Tallwood High School. He was the point guard.
The regional
Bazemore.
Bazemore. I recognize him immediately. The regional rivalries and that place during this time just electric. Like you can see it through the video. But like the CAA back then, just so cool.
It was the Virginia Conference.
It was literally the Virginia Conference. Like that's awesome. And then playing it in Richmond, and oh my god,
Ben Finney.
Yeah. Look at the Bazemore. They're idolizing.
Look at the crowd, man.
Yeah, that's awesome. Look at that. Look at the size.
Beating Notre Dame. I don't even know. Was Notre Dame during a conference or were they independent? What I don't remember.
Probably an ACC, right?
back then.
Yeah. So 11. So that would have been. They were the 10. What is that? 11-7.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
So they beat the 7 seed.
Unbelievable. Very cool.
Just a great team. Gerald Lee was on that team. He was from Finland.
Okay.
But he
Blaine
graduated.
Taylor recruiting worldwide.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, Alex Loughton was from Australia, Perth, Australia, of all places.
Right.
So Arno Dahi was from the Ivory Coast. So he definitely did find the guys, the diamonds in the rough.
That's crazy. Okay.
So that was a magical start to a 2-year run for Old Dominion that was really unparalleled. They would have gotten an at-large bid, if they didn't win the CAA tournament.
Oh, they would have this year.
That particular year, they were in
very rare, very rare.
They were in 11
for that
seed.
to happen.
They did get an at-large bid in 2007.
Okay.
They had beaten. They went on the road and beat Georgetown. At the McDonough Gym. Not at the big arena. They played at the little gym for that one, and Old Dominion won that game.
If for a one-bid conference, you start getting some at-larges, that shows you the depth and the talent, and just the winning ways.
So again, ODU football just kind of completing its transition to FCS. Women's college basketball, Coach David Six, the Hampton women won the MEAC tournament.
Okay.
And that just rattled off the first of 5 consecutive MEAC championships.
Yeah, they had a good run.
And NCAA tournament appearances for Hampton. So we're seeing here multiple teams kind of making runs. And, we started off with the Old Dominion women in the Sweet 16. Now we have the Old Dominion men winning a game in the tournament.
Yeah.
We got William & Mary making their run to the FCS national semifinals. There's a lot of success going on here.
And we're still we're not even halfway through. We're about to be halfway through.
So now we're going to move on to 2011. Guess who won the division, the AAA Division 5 football championship? That would be number 4 in a row for Phoebus.
2011.
Over South County, and Oscar Smith defeated Centerville. So what's the first video?
The first video is ODU basketball 2011.
Okay, so we're gonna stick with the basketball here. We're Old Dominion. The run is this, in my opinion, the best Old Dominion basketball team that I ever saw.
That you ever saw personally?
Was this team?
Okay,
27-7. They were 14-4. They won. Look at Ken Bazemore.
Yeah.
They won the CAA championship. Did you see that steal? How effortless that was.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Of course, he went on to a great career in the NBA.
Yeah.
Won national awards as a defensive player. That's Frank Cassell, who was the best player on the team. Went to Indian River, still playing overseas.
Oh wow.
Oh, great.
Believe it or not.
This is 2011.
He redshirted. Frank did.
Yeah.
And
so
look,
2010, 2011 here.
Yep. And look who they're playing.
Yeah. Right.
Shaka Smart.
Yeah.
VCU.
Yep.
There's been Ben Finney with the pass to Bazemore.
Wow.
Look at the crowd, by the way. Can
How many people?
Yes.
20,000?
I think it's 12. I think it was the capacity was at that place.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, there we go. That's a better wire shot.
And then they
Did you guys double shoot that?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, yeah. You have to, right?
Yeah, the satellite truck and everything.
Yeah.
It was
Look at this atmosphere. Look at this.
it's just an amazing team.
Yeah.
VCU, Old Dominion, obviously won the game, goes to the tournament. VCU was fourth in the conference.
They got an at-large?
And they got an at-large.
Unbelievable.
George Mason got an at-large. The CAA had 3 teams in the tournament that year.
That's crazy.
All from Virginia.
That's crazy. Yeah.
George Mason beat Ohio State.
Yeah.
VCU went to the Final Four.
Oh, they went to the Final Four as an at-large?
Yes.
Yeah.
Whoa. So 2011 was VCU's
As
Final
the
Four. That's crazy.
The first four.
Really, as a first 4 team. Oh, that was when they first. Yeah, the first 4. Right. 2011. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Old Dominion was the 9 seed.
Okay, what was the sentiment around that?
They should have. Well, I think they should have been a 7 seed. If you looked at back then the RPI, they should have been a 7 seed.
RPI.
So they were a 9 seed, and they had to play 8 seed Butler.
Some guy named Gordon Hayward.
They lost on a tip-in at the buzzer.
What's the coach's name? Brad Stevens. Brad Stevens.
Yeah. Yep.
Butler. 2011, 2012.
Butler played VCU in the Final Four.
That's so crazy. That's so crazy.
And then Butler.
Old Dominion, hypothetically, could have played VCU in the Final Four.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
The bracket, right?
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
That could have been awesome.
He lined up.
that was the best team Old Dominion's ever had.
2011. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, Butler, for those who don't remember, Butler and Brad Stevens, a young coach, Brad Stevens, went to the national championships back-to-back years, 2011, 2012. I don't remember who they lost to in 11, but
Duke?
No, I think Duke was 12.
UConn.
Was it
11 was UConn. Yep. Kemba.
Okay.
That was Kemba's run. And then 2012 was Duke, but Hayward had the shot at halftime at the buzzer that went off the back of the rim, and that would have won it. And they almost did it. So crazy. And ODU ran into them. Tough luck there.
What's next, Jeff?
Couldn't even tell you what conference
Norfolk
Butler was
State
playing in.
football.
Okay. Oh, this is great. Okay. So Norfolk State football. Pete Adrian has finally got Norfolk State football on track. And what do they do this year? They go 9-3, 7-1 in the MEAC. They win the MEAC championship.
Right. First one?
Back then, first and only.
Yeah, first and only. Right.
Chris Wally was the MEAC Player of the Year right here.
Okay.
Back then, there was no Celebration Bowl.
No. Yeah.
Which is more of a recent kind of phenomenon. Yeah. So Norfolk State earned a right to go into the FCS playoffs.
Right. Yeah.
Where we'll get to that in a second.
Oh, okay.
That was another great
I've seen that highlight
for Hampton Roads.
Yeah.
So this was a great moment for Norfolk State. For them to finally win a MEAC championship.
Yeah.
You know, those things don't grow on trees. Conference championships are tough, and they haven't won one since. Maybe Michael Vick will be the one to finally win another MEAC championship. But you know, that's how long it's been. 2011, the first and only last MEAC championship in football for Norfolk State.
Yeah. Been a while.
So 2011, Old Dominion is really on the rocket ship up. Okay.
Right.
Taylor Heineke has become the quarterback.
Wait. Going back to this, what happened in the playoffs?
We're going to get to that.
Oh, okay.
We're going to get to that. So Old Dominion.
Yep.
Football.
Yeah. We'll find it.
Okay. What's going on here?
Find it here in a second.
All right.
Let's set
you guys up.
This is a 2011 football season.
Yes, Old Dominion, and so this would be their first year in the CAA.
Okay, so
the first 2 years they were independent.
Yeah, right. Kind of putting together the schedule, makeshifting it.
So now we're in this. ODU's in the CAA.
Yeah.
They just proceed to go 10-3 overall. 6-2 in league play.
Yeah.
Taylor Heineke burst upon the scene.
That's where I was.
As
That's what I was
this
waiting
phenom,
for. Yeah.
and another one of the great moments in Hampton Road sports history, in my opinion. Old Dominion against Norfolk State.
Here it is.
In the FCS playoffs.
In the FCS playoffs. What, first round?
First round.
Wow. What a moment.
Now, we're unable to show video of that
We don't
because
have
it
it.
was ESPN
ESPN
footage. But this
FCS
is
game.
part of the 2011 season. There's Taylor Heineke doing his thing.
Yeah.
Just magical. This is against James Madison. One of my favorite plays that I've ever shot. Look at this. He's going the wrong way.
That was the Johnny Manziel play before Johnny Manziel. Oh, my God. Was that not mirror the 2012
in the double
Johnny
coverage.
Manziel Alabama play?
No, it was fourth
that was
down.
crazy.
And we asked Bobby Wilder about that afterwards because we used to do the Old Dominion football show. There's Jeff Myers is in there with his late father, Lambert Myers, in that shot, by the way. So
This is redshirt freshman Taylor Heineke, by the way.
he did not redshirt.
Oh, didn't? Oh, he's a true freshman.
No,
Oh, wow.
sophomore, right? No,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sophomore? No, I thought he played 4 years.
He did play 4 years.
He was a 4-year player.
Yeah.
14,
Maybe
13,
he didn't
12,
start
11.
his freshman year.
This is freshman.
Yeah, gotta be
Well,
freshman
Thomas DeMarco got hurt and he came in.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
They
Yeah.
blocked the field goal to beat James Madison here.
Right.
But Bobby Wilder said on that play that we saw earlier that it was fourth down. So Heineke put the ball where it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
If it's intercepted, so what? It's back at the end zone.
It's
So they get-
touchback.
Yeah, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
So and then Old Dominion. So Old Dominion defeats Norfolk State in the FCS playoff game. I'm telling you, man, the atmosphere for that game, absolutely incredible, and just the camaraderie among the fans, and the welcome tailgates, and the two communities getting together, and everybody.
What a moment!
Everybody, of course,
That's cool.
they wanted to beat each other, but we all drink the same water, man.
Yeah.
You know,
That's crazy. Very cool.
We're all in the same community.
To be matched up with your crosstown rival with two programs that had just a great season. ODU still a young program. Norfolk State had been playing football a long time, but all of a sudden they're having some success. The buzz and the momentum, like during that fall, coming into work, going to practices, covering. So that had to be really cool.
It was
Just
one,
like-
it was one of the coolest things we've covered.
Yeah, literally.
And that's why we want ODU and Norfolk State to play in basketball.
Right.
Because that atmosphere is extra juice.
Yeah.
That's next season, right?
Yep.
Is that next
And
yeah.
football. The Norfolk State is going to be coming
want it.
here. For
That's
a couple
what I
years.
want, yeah.
Now, not this year, but
2026
next year. Yeah.
Okay, that's
That'd be
right.
exciting.
Yeah, they got to do. When I got here, I always thought that was a little interesting. They didn't play each other, more. And I know, non-con games and stuff like that. There's schedules and are made, but it's like you need to play your area teams. Like,
Sure.
if not every year, every couple years.
So the Hampton men basketball
Okay.
won the MEAC championship and made the NCAA tournament. The Hampton women won the MEAC championship and made the NCAA tournament. We also have we do high school wise here. I guess we have.
We got a couple things.
Gee, wonder what happened on. We said Phoebus.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at some of the Phoebus highlights.
This was the last year of Phoebus' 4-year run.
Yep.
Okay.
And this was a cool deal because you had the 5 and 6 state championships were back to back at Scott Stadium in Charlottesville.
Okay. All right.
So this is Oscar Smith, or this is Phoebus.
Yeah.
That's Phoebus.
Yep.
And they defeated South County in that one 20-10.
Yeah.
And just
They play the early game. They do class,
they did 5 first
and then 6.
6 was second.
Okay.
So this was just another amazing run. Stan Sexton
Beautiful day.
was the head coach for the Phantoms then, because he had taken over for Bill D, who'd gotten into the college ranks.
This is always a good theme in sports that I think prevails till this day. Talking about Phoebus, even back then and now. Phoebus as like a high school is like a brand, because no matter the coach, players change, coaches change, but they keep having success. Why is that? If you ask me, I actually thought about this on the drive in because I knew we were going to be doing this topic today, Brian. It's like, what I think it is I think these kids come up 6th, 7th, 8th grade, and they know they're in the Phoebus feeder system, right? Whatever middle school it is. And it's almost like an expectation. If you're playing ball, you know what they've been doing before you, and then you know what you're coming in expected to do. Like, you're expected to win. You're expected to win championships. You're expected to compete at a high level. It's like, no matter the coach, all these years, they just win. And you have access to incredible talent, obviously. The Peninsula and just a big public school. And so it just says something about the program. And almost, if high schools can be a brand, like Phoebus is a brand. As a high school.
How much do you put into the fact that Jeremy Blunt's the head coach now? So so Bill D, Stan Sexton, Jeremy Blunt, that's like a Pittsburgh Steelers type
literally.
situation.
I mean, it's like
there.
how many years? 30 plus years.
And Blunt went to Phoebus.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how much does that play into the fact that he kind of helps the culture going?
Huge.
And we've been to the Phoebus practices.
Yeah.
Jeremy Blunt runs that like a professional
militant.
practice.
It's militant. Yeah, it's militant. And he's even with us, he's militant. He's like, I can't talk to you before practice. I need to get you after, and has the time window and the periods and the practice sessions all set up. So, yeah.
You talk about that culture too, but I think the kids embrace the work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've seen it.
And it's probably instilled in them with the feeder system, whatever middle school it is. It's probably instilled in them very early on. Hey, you guys are going to be playing for Phoebus. You need to get there.
I do think it's like subconscious almost in a way, and not subconscious because you're talking about it and but it is an expectation that you just kind of can't explain. It's like a osmosis, these old highlights, the new kids now they're still winning no matter the coach, no matter the generation, they just keep on winning. And every program's going to have some down years here and there, but for the most part, it's a winning culture.
And this set up another. So the next game that followed this on that same very day would be Oscar Smith, who won another state championship.
Ooh, all gold unis. Love those. They still rock those. They still got them. Yep. Still doing Under Armour jerseys too.
There they are.
Cool. Yeah.
State champions. J.J. Williamson was the quarterback. Richard Morgan was the head coach. Mm-hmm. There he is.
He's down in Florida.
Won a couple of. Yeah, he was in Georgia, and then
now he's in like West, like Panhandle of Florida. Somewhere.
He left Oscar Smith after winning a couple of state titles to go down to Georgia, back where they actually they pay their college coaches like or high school coaches like a full-time job.
Yeah, you don't have to teach.
Josh Sweat was on this squad.
Ah, yeah, he turned out all right.
By the way,
had a couple sacks in the Super Bowl last year.
Still in the NFL, I believe.
Yeah, playing for the Cardinals.
Yes, I know, he just signed a contract,
signed a 3-year deal with the Cardinals. Yeah. So wait, this year he didn't get it. He got injured. Oh, that was this was his junior year probably.
Right.
Yeah, because his injury is senior year.
There's Richard Morgan.
Right.
And again, you talk about a brand.
Yes.
Oscar Smith has becoming a football brand
at this point for sure. Yeah.
Well, remember they had their huge conference winning streak a few years ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was
they stay winning. Yeah.
And interestingly enough, so we're talking about we're going back to 2008, and we started off in 2008 with Oscar Smith and Phoebus winning state championships.
Yeah.
Oh, 2025.
Yeah.
Or the 2024 season.
2024 season. Yeah.
What happened?
Phoebus and Oscar Smith winning another state championship.
I mean, what in the world?
Yeah.
Talk about consistency.
We
talk about the brands.
It's a real thing. It's a real thing.
It's very impressive when public schools can pull this off.
I mean,
I come from an area where only the Catholic schools really do this.
Right.
So it just shows the coaching, the talent, the people who are around these kids.
Yeah.
The consistency is paying off.
It's the talent pool. It's like I said, the brand. It's the practice habits. It's the just the execution. It's the consistency. A whole lot goes into it. So
also that year, we got a professional football.
Oh, here we go.
World championship.
Yeah. I got to hear. I don't know too much about this.
We don't have video.
We don't. Okay.
Marty Schottenheimer and the Virginia Destroyers won the UFL. They averaged like 12,000 a game
at the Sportsplex.
Yeah, and they brought in PGA style temporary bleachers to put on the other side of the Sportsplex because that's where they played. The Sportsplex only has seats on one side
at that time.
Yeah, well, it's just a burn.
Yeah, that's right. And yeah, you're right. Okay.
So the thing is, it was good football.
Yeah.
The UFL was actually very good football. Mm-hmm. The league was run like a joke.
Yeah.
It's like, for example, the championship game that year was like a scheduled game.
Okay.
And they're like, you know what? We're just going to call this a championship.
They didn't have a playoff. They just ran the season like it was like Premier League soccer.
Condensed this. It was a weird deal. Season.
Some shady stuff going on.
So
someone's getting a cut.
The league folded.
Yeah. Marty Schottenheimer, though.
Paycheck.
Hey, he finally got his championship.
What year? That was the 11th?
So 2012. Yeah, Marty finally got a championship.
Yeah.
All right, 2012. This is a big one. Lots of stuff going here. Okay. Jeff, what do we have here to kick this one off?
What do we have here?
Got about 10 minutes.
Let me look.
Yeah, 2012.
ODU.
Football or basketball?
This is football.
Okay. 2011, ODU football. Mm-hmm. Or 2012, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
A special year for Old Dominion. Their last in FCS before they began the transition to FBS.
Right.
And Taylor Heineke, let's just say that young man did something that we've never seen and may never ever see again. Mm-hmm. He threw for 5,000 yards. He threw for 44 touchdowns. He ran for 470 yards and another 11 touchdowns. Mm-hmm. He also had 11 punts for 475 yards.
Oh, they did the shotgun punt thing.
This game is against New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Where all he did was set a Division I record. Oh, how about that play there? Kind of looks like the Tampa Bay game.
Yeah.
He threw for 730 yards in this game against New Hampshire.
730?
That's video games.
He also ran for another 60. It was at the time a Division I college football record. And you think, oh, he's just padding the stats.
Oh, yeah.
They were down 24 points in the third quarter, Old Dominion was. And they won the game 64-61.
Woo!
Wow.
They're 24 in the third.
At one point when they were down 16, when they scored 2 touchdowns real quick and then 2-point conversions and right back at it.
If I'm New Hampshire and I go back and look at that, but like that play-by-play, I'm yelling at that coach because he was probably trying to get cute and like pass the ball, like run the dang ball. How about when you're up 24? Like,
exactly.
Or credit to the ODU defense, probably got some 3 and outs, and then all of a sudden Taylor Heineke scores back to back.
I don't think there were many 3 and outs. That's the thing. It was 64-60.
Right.
Oh, well,
Right.
I guess at the end,
Yeah, late in the second half.
And that
Maybe
was
a turnover or two.
That was the knock on this Old Dominion team back then. Was the offense was about as explosive as you could get. The defense, I mean, let's just call it like it is. One of the worst I've ever seen.
61
honestly,
points. That's crazy. But you got Heineke. Best defense is a good offense when you got 14 back there.
I do wonder if this individual performance is what put him on the radar for a lot of these NFL teams.
It was more just a collective, really. Just the resume, the body of work, and the results. 11-2, 7-1 in the CAA.
Yeah.
Okay. The CAA, since Old Dominion had already announced that it was going to move to Conference USA, the CAA said, you're not eligible for a championship.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, the champions of the CAA that year were 6-2.
Wow.
Old Dominion was 7-1, so they were a de facto CAA champion.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. I mean, they just did that to JMU a couple years ago. It's like, I hate that.
I don't think they do it anymore.
I know. I think it just happened to JMU.
Well, JMU jumped up, but they just...
Remember JMU took the leap and they said you can't play in...
but I think
that was different.
Changed it since.
Oh, they can't... Oh, since. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I hope so. Gosh.
Yeah, because it's stupid.
Yeah,
so Old Dominion beat Coastal Carolina in the playoff 63-35.
Up and coming Coastal Carolina.
Before, now they're conference mates.
Yeah, right.
And they lost to another current conference mate in the next round of the FCS playoffs, and that was a tough one, man.
Quarters?
No, Georgia Southern again.
I mean the quarterfinal?
Yeah.
Quarters, okay.
Old Dominion just could not stop the triple option.
Dang.
They could not stop the triple option.
Yeah. Credit to Georgia Southern, though. They won 3 FCS national championships in like a 25-something year.
They lost that game 49-35. They had it. Heineke had a turnover, and again, that Old Dominion just could not stop the triple option. They just could not stop the triple option. It was tough to watch.
You know, it's tough preparing for the triple option. No matter how many looks you get at practice, it's tough because when it comes at you, it's so condensed. There's so many options, right? The dive, the pitch, the quarterback keeper. And your guys can't run it like their guys. And sometimes defenses, you talk about the defense, how they struggle that year. It's really an eye discipline thing. And there's a lot going on, so you can get confused. But hey, they played, it's a 1-possession game.
They kind of had it too.
Yeah, right.
High school football, Lake Taylor. How about that? Wins the AAA class Division 5 state. Hank Sawyer wins it.
Yep.
And boys basketball, Hampton defeated Petersburg, and that ended Norcom's 2-year run at that point. Norcom would end up winning 4 in a row later.
Later on, okay.
Women's college basketball, Hampton women, part of their big run of 5 in a row.
Right.
Now we have more Olympians. How about 2012 in London?
Oh, yes.
Hold on. Who is it? 2012 London. Oh, LaShawn came back.
No,
he wasn't. Oh, that wasn't his year.
I know who was the big one.
Oh, yeah. Duh.
It was Gabby Douglas.
All around.
Gabby Douglas.
Golden, women's all around.
Francina.
Was she in 2012 too?
I think, look up Francina McCrory. She's got to be in 2012. We talked to her.
I feel like she was 16.
Real? No.
I think she was 16.
Okay. All right. Keep going. I'm listening.
Francine McCrory.
I'm listening. I swear. It was
so, and men's college basketball. How about that magical run we have here with Norfolk State was 26-10.
Oh yeah, this is the one I wanted to get to. 2012 London. Francina McCrory, gold medal, 4x4.
4x4 relay.
2012.
Okay.
And
we don't want to leave her out.
She won 2 gold medals.
Yeah. In 2016, 4x4.
Yep.
Got it.
So Norfolk State men's basketball, what a banner year for
Gotta
Norfolk
get to
State.
this. This is what I've been
just
waiting
an
for.
amazing 13-3 in the MEAC. We talked about this yesterday, Craig. They weren't first place in the MEAC.
Crazy.
Savannah State, who's not even Division I anymore, was 14-2.
Yep.
And the MEAC tournament was held in Winston-Salem. It was before it was at Scope.
Before it was here.
So Kylo Quinn was the MEAC Player of the Year, and Norfolk State just had a magical season, and they were a 15 seed. And all they did was beat 2-seed Missouri 86-84.
Yeah.
Again, we can't show a video of that because it's NCAA tournament. We can't show that stuff.
Yeah. Mark, most as at that level as a Division I program, Norfolk State, I mean, till this day, the biggest win in program history, without question.
Without question.
Nothing comes close.
A few years prior, Hampton as a 15 seed beat Iowa State.
Okay. So, all right. I didn't realize that.
How about that?
I did not realize that.
That game was in Boise.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Robert Jones, the head coach, was an assistant on this team. He became the head man the next year.
Larry Vickers was an assistant as well.
There you go.
Anthony Evans was the head coach, and he left that head coach job at Norfolk State to become the head coach at Florida International, FIU.
Shout out Miami 305.
Played out there for 5 years.
Yeah.
So a crowning moment for Norfolk State. They've been back to the tournament several times since.
Yeah.
They've won a couple of games, but
Correct.
those are the 16-16
play-in games.
Which you still get the money.
Yeah.
Not quite as exciting as toppling a giant like number 2,
right.
2-seed Missouri,
right?
Like they did. And Kylo Quinn,
I think they got Gonzaga one year or something. Anyway,
how about Kylo Quinn?
Yeah.
What does he do? He just goes on to a 10-year NBA career.
Yeah.
Yes.
The guy that was only recruited by Norfolk State. That's it.
Yeah.
New York.
When a team like that makes a run, you got to have a diamond in the rough guy that's just kind of the anchor of the team.
I mean, think about that. I mean, ODU had that with Kent Bazemore.
All right, we're running out of time here.
We are almost running out of time.
The Norfolk Admirals.
Oh, yeah.
Perhaps the greatest team that we've seen in Hampton Roads history. A 28-game winning streak, 29 if you count the playoffs. They finished the season on a 43-3 run, 43 wins, 3 losses.
Oh, my God.
They won the Calder Cup. They had a 10-game winning streak to close out the playoffs. This game right here, Richard Ponick gets slashed in the face. This is in overtime. Okay.
Busted open.
First round clinching game for the Admirals.
They're playing the Connecticut Whale there. I can see
and Richard Ponick busted up. Okay, goes to the locker room, sutures, stitches, you name it. His first shift back in overtime. Look who it is.
Wow.
It's Richard Ponick back on the ice. Game winner, series over.
Beauty.
Admirals move on to the next round.
Unbelievable.
That was the kind of excitement we had at Scope when the Admirals on that team. John Cooper was the head coach now with the Lightning. Tyler Johnson was on that team.
Yep.
Alex Killorn was on that team. Richard Ponick was on that team. Radko Gudas was on that team.
I had the roster up right here.
Andre Palat was on that team.
Even I know Palat. I've heard that name.
It's
Trevor Smith. I mean, like,
Look at his mouth. Oh,
look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I liked the old video from this season. I like to see is the parade. I love the parade video.
Yeah, I didn't cut the parade video.
No, I know you did. I was just saying.
And they actually had a parade, and people showed up.
I know, yeah.
Downtown Norfolk. It was
love that
magic.
video.
Hockey in June, man.
I love that video.
We were not used to hockey in June,
Right.
and I just can't stress how great this team was.
Yeah.
I mean, Corey Conacher there was the MVP. There could have been 5 different guys on that team that could have been MVP.
Banner still hangs in Scope.
Michelle Ouellette there. It was an incredible team. You know, we knew it was something special. We were basically seeing an NHL team, but the guys just happened to be, maybe 20, 21 years old.
And a lot of these guys went on to win the Stanley Cup with the Lightning, including John Cooper.
I mean, a lot of these guys are still in the league.
Yes.
Crazy. Yeah.
So that's our little.
What a window. 5-year run. And again, a good thing. I mean, all levels. That was the point of this.
High school.
High school, college,
Professional
hockey,
College.
Olympics. I mean, what a run.
Championships. Super Bowls.
It's got a great, we'd have to bring Bruce Rader in here and argue whatever time he says is the better year. But Brian has a good point here.
Well, I was going to say, like, there's so many eras you can go to. I mean, even in the mid 2000s, you had all these baseball players come through. You had all these football guys come through. I mean, we could probably do another episode just on that.
But this was just one 5-year little window that I remember that I picked out that I thought it'd be kind of cool to go back and look at some of the video and talk about some of the superlatives of some of these teams and players and people that have made Hampton Roads such a special place for sports.
Yeah.
And continues to be. And we can't wait to see more. Another golden era.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for Sports Wrap Overtime Special. We're going to wrap it up. Share it with your friends and family. For Brian Parsons and Jeff Snyder, I'm Craig Loper. Hope you enjoyed it. We are signing off.